In this video, we are going to be looking at Dream's 25 most difficult clutches of all time. I'm also starting to record this in the morning, so my voice will get higher and higher as we go. I've once again looked through all of Dream's manhunts and have created a list of his 25 hardest clutches. Now, this list does not include any of Dream's traps, so if the move was something done with the purpose to kill a hunter, then it's disqualified. If you consider subscribing though, that would be amazing. I put quite a lot of effort into making these videos as accurate as possible, and support would mean the world to me. Before we start the list, I need to make one honorable mention for Sapnap, bridging to stop Dream from getting to the end city.
Get it! Yes! Quick, knock him off!
Watch out!
Wait, what?
This play was simply too spectacular to leave off the list of clutches, even though it wasn't Dream. As I've said many times before, context is key, and the context for this play was important. With the hunters, if you missed stopping Dream at one point, there likely would be another chance for you to try, but if Sapnap had missed breaking the slime block, that would have been it. Such an incredible move that we had to include in the list. And at number 25 is Dream Tnting the dragon.
Where is it? Over here. Oh, I see it. Walk. Keep him away, just keep him away. The dragon's down! Keep him away! Punch him away! Don't let him get to it!
Oh no!
Ah, no!
Wait! Yes! I killed the dragon!
This play was epic. Dream sprinted in to lay down and light TNT in order to kill a dragon, all while being knocked off his path by the hunters. Although this play has a lot of stress added on top as it was the final play of the manhunt, it was honestly more epic than impressive. And on top of that all, it failed. Yes, he killed the dragon, but it cost him the hunt, so for that reason alone, it can't rank above any of the successful clutches coming in at the bottom of the list. At number 24 is water bucket breathing from the final manhunt.
Yeah, he's literally gonna die.
He's gonna die. He's just gonna die in there, right?
What do you mean? We need to go in there. What are you guys talking about?
There's
No,
no
he's gonna die. How do you win in the
listen.
This play was more clutch, not because of Dream being able to breathe, but rather because of the effect that it had on hunters. When watching the hunt from Dream's perspective, we sometimes wonder why the hunters don't just go right after Dream. We know that the hunters should, but the hunters will hesitate to do so, or for fear of a trap. In this case, they decided just to go for it as they didn't want to be hesitant again and let Dream get away. But Dream then turned that on them and trapped the hunters in the temple. This made the hunters more hesitant to charge in after Dream from that point on, so it was a great move, but let's not overdo it for a second. Taking a look at the technical side, this clutch was trivially easy. Spam clicking a bucket isn't actually hard to do at all. Although the move had some strong psychological effects, difficulty-wise, it ranks low. At number 23 is the Jungle Tree Pearl.
You're our best player. Wait, he threw it in the world.
What is he doing?
Get him! Oh my god, he's on top of the tree.
Are you
That one's from TikTok.
Like the water bucket, this clutch was quite easy from a technical standpoint. I attempted all of these clutches myself, and this was one of the clutches that I could do on my first try. The reason this ranks above the water bucket though, is because there are areas to mess up on. You can place the saplings in the wrong spot, or not have enough bone meal, or potentially miss your clutch. Granted, these all have an incredibly low chance of failing, but still higher chance than clicking a water bucket against a wall. At number 22 is Dream purling under the end portal.
Wait, he's right here! He's right here!
Stop him!
Oh my gosh.
One thing that you will notice as we move up the list is that the margin of error for each clutch gets smaller and smaller. But as you may know, throwing a pearl under an end portal, it's not really too hard. What makes it harder than the previous two clutches is the fact that Dream was getting hit by the hunters as this happened. With water bucket breathing and jungle tree pearling, Dream didn't have the hunters right there hitting him as he was attempting to clutch. With his pearl though, he was getting attacked, and the window to get the pearl in is relatively small, putting the clutch at number 22. At number 21 is the fire res jump.
Don't spam it. I forget you can't spam it.
He's going to escape. Come on.
He just jumped!
What is he doing?
He's dead, right?
Yes! Dead.
Again, this one is objectively simple, but there's one aspect that pushes it past the last several plays. It was the fact that Dream pulled it from his inventory to his hotbar while in mid-air. Not only that, but Dream was only on 4 hearts of health when he did it, meaning that if he fumbled bringing the fire res into his hotbar for even a fraction of a second, he most likely would have died. It seems quite simple from a first look, but as always, context is key. At number 20 is the web TNT trap.
Come on.
Mr. Pork Chop.
Oh, he's... Oh!
Ant, I'm here. Where are you?
Right over here.
No! Oh, no! Oh, I'm
go,
so
get
stuck.
out, get out!
I can't get out. He's hitting us, bro.
Run!
No! Oh my god.
This clutch was really fun to watch. Context is big on this one as well. I think that we often don't think about Dream's health in the context of how many hits he could take. In case you didn't know, stone, iron, and diamond axes all do the same amount of damage, dealing 2.5 hearts with a normal charge swing and 4.5 hearts as a crit, both on iron armor. The point I'm making is that Dream was potentially one hit away from death in this situation. Why does that matter? Because Dream couldn't run too far ahead of the hunters. If he did, then the hunters would be able to recognize the trap and avoid it. So no, hotkeying to cobweb and placing it on the ground isn't hard, but baiting the hunters when you're one hit away from death is. At number 19 is Dream's Pearl Clutch from the two hunters.
George, I'm on half heart. You gotta hit him off. You gotta hit him off.
I'm trying. What are you doing? Get back. Yes.
Block
I
it
broke the
off.
water. I broke the water. Yes.
Bye, Dream.
Yes.
Bye, George.
Yes. Bye, Dream. You're so bad. Yes. Yes. We won. Wait, what?
George!
He survived.
Let's take a look at this from an objective standpoint and then from a more contextual standpoint. I love the word contextual. It makes me seem so smart. Dream floated down, caught a pearl, and then threw the pearl up. Again, pretty simple, so why does it rank higher up? The situation. When put in high-stress situations, we act differently. Our senses are heightened, but at the same time our mind often goes blank. The fight or flight response that we have happens based purely on instinct. We'll act before the brain processes what is even happening. On the flip side, if we're in a situation where our body doesn't know what to do, we freeze and our thought process freezes as well. And this isn't just triggered in ultra-high life or death situations, this can happen at any stressful moment, like taking a test, or getting confronted about something, or being suddenly knocked into the void with no options. This was the situation that Dream was in. The ability to compose himself in this situation is what made it so difficult. There's no instinctual reaction for being knocked off into the void in a Minecraft manhunt, not at this time at least. Here's the best part though. From the moment George blocked off the water to Dream catching the pearls was only 3 seconds. I tend to think of it as Dream having way more time, but he didn't. And as always, he only had one shot at catching the pearls, even jumping out of the water a bit to get them, which was a risk in and of itself. Quick disclaimer, I read a Harvard medical paper on how the brain responds in high pressure situations, but I'm not a complete expert, so although I try to make everything I say be as accurate as possible, please know I am no expert on how the brain works. At number 18 is Dream using a fishing rod to mount a strider.
You
He's
came
going to our
from.
bridge. He's going to our bridge.
He's going on a bridge. Just stay on him, stay on him.
Bro.
Get him!
He's trying to fish the
Hold on,
thing.
he's got a vision.
No!
What?
This play was tough for a few reasons. First off, the hunters were right behind him at this moment. We often forget that Dream isn't just trying these plays on his own with no threat. People often like to hop on YouTube after and post about how easy Dream's plays were, but they're doing it by themselves with no hunters trying to kill them. This not to mention that it takes them multiple tries to do so. It's the equivalent of me shooting a 3 in a gym by myself and making it on my 10th try and then saying that LeBron James's buzzer beater was easy. On the technical side of things, Dream had to hook the strider on the first try, which he did, and then double click it to place the saddle and then mount. The difficulty comes with the fact that the strider was a bit off to the side, which would mess with Dream. When he does his MLGs, be it a water bucket, ladder, etc., he always does it looking straight down. It's a very small difference, but to make the change and do it on the first try in a high pressure situation is impressive. At number 17 is Dream MLGing onto a strider.
Careful! Ooh, knock him off, knock him off!
Wait, what?
Where'd he go?
What?
Did he jump in the
landed
lava?
on the thing.
What?
Wait, you die? You might die.
He's just going
He's
away.
gonna die.
He's gonna die. Come on.
Please, mine. Please die.
No
He's done.
way he lives.
He's done.
He's dead.
What is he doing?
Please.
What? You've gotta be kidding me.
I swear to God, if he gets
gonna die.
Oh! Oh!
What's
Oh! Oh my god!
Survived.
Oh my
so
god! Oh my god!
He did not just do
How did he do that?
Let's keep this short. Same situation as last time, but the difference is that Dream has less time to clutch. In the previous strider clutch, the strider was floating at its peak when Dream mounted it, and Dream had just jumped, so the speed at which he was falling wasn't incredibly fast yet. So, this clutch was the same situation. Dream just needed to be a bit more precise here, which is why it ranks one spot higher. At number 16 is Dream lava boating across the lake.
I just want to see him die. Come on.
Oh, he's on the edge of a lava pool.
Oh my god.
Get him.
What?
What is he doing?
Oh my god!
What? How?
What?
What did he do?
This play was so cool and the precision needed to be there. Placing a boat on lava and jumping is relatively easy, but the timing is much more precise than you may think. The boats burn just as soon as you place them, so you need to be perfect on your timing. In addition, scrolling between boats is a lot more intense than you may think. It's super easy to over-scroll or not scroll far enough, so for Dream to be able to precisely jump, it's this play at number 16. At number 15 is Dream's Super MLG Water.
Point him out! Point him out!
Oh,
I see him! I see him!
The enemy on me again!
I'm losing my voice, but I don't care! Oh, hi, Dream.
I don't have a shield, I don't have a shield!
Oh my gosh!
This play has a coolness factor of 100. Yes, it's just an MLG water, but it's more difficult than your normal clutch. Normally, Dream is jumping from around 20 to 30 blocks up, which would give him a falling velocity of about 33 blocks per second. In this case, his peak was estimated at about 60 blocks above the ground, making his falling velocity at around 47 blocks per second. It's a much faster rate, which means that the room for error is that much smaller. At number 14 is the hay bale clutch.
Oh, I see him! He's going up the mountain. Oh, you guys are right behind him. Stay on him.
Oh my gosh, that's all that. Yes, guys, join us. Join us.
What is he doing? He's cornering.
Is he actually going up?
What?
Oh, he's dead.
God.
Bye, Dream.
What?
He's done. He's done.
What? What?
Did he jump?
If an MLG water from much higher was just ranked below this, then how is an MLG hay more difficult? I'm sure you know, but water can be placed on the block that you're currently standing on, but a hay bale cannot. This means that for an MLG water you have a whole extra block of breathing room to place the water and save yourself, which is something that you don't have with a hay bale. This goes for strider clutches as well. Yes, Dream had to place the saddle and mount the strider, but you can be right on the same block as the strider and still mount it, meaning that the hay bale clutch was in fact more difficult. At number 13 is the MLG boat.
I'm right here. I'm so close. Wait, what? He boated off the edge!
Essentially, this clutch is just a hay bale clutch with an extra step. Instead of just placing the block, Dream had to place the boat and then get in it all before he hits the ground. At number 12 is the water bucket catch from the final manhunt.
Just take my bucket.
Oh,
just
I
take
just
my
fell
bucket.
into the hole.
He jumped. He jumped. He jumped. He jumped. He
What?
jumped.
What?
He
What?
jumped.
Where?
Look, he's on the bottom.
It's a water bucket with an extra step. Now, I already broke down this play in another video, so you already know how this play is more difficult than just catching a water bucket and placing it on the ground. But even if you look back at the list of plays we mentioned so far, I think it's safe to say that this play is better and more difficult than all of them. At number 11 is the gas clutch.
Oh
having to fight the
my
gas.
god.
He's having to fight the gas.
You go right. I go left. He's stuck. Go on. Go on. Yeah, he's stuck. He has more to go. He's done. He's done. He's done.
He's stuck right there in the end.
He's done.
Oh my god.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
That's too far. He's not
Wait,
gonna
he actually might
make
not.
it.
He might not
make
make it.
it.
He's not gonna make it.
He's missed.
Bye. He's not gonna make it. Bye.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
If we were going solely based on how cool each play was, this would be a top 3 play if not number 1. Objectively, this play wasn't insanely difficult, but it is definitely finicky. Boat floating can be done fairly easily, but moving while do so adds quite a lot more difficulty. First off, you have to stare straight down when you get out, otherwise you'll just walk right off the boat and die. Overall, this play is difficult because of the precision that it requires, which includes the timing to land on the gas, but overall it ranks as number 11. At number 10 is Dream crafting a door in lava.
What?
I think he's gonna die.
He's dead.
Come on, die.
He's dead. He's in the lava. He's dead.
Where is
We
he?
won.
What? What? How's he alive?
What? How is he not dead?
What? What?
Did he trade? See if he traded.
Oh my gosh!
What?
Does he have fire resistance? How's he alive down there?
Now let's get one point out of the way really quickly. I don't think that this idea was one that Dream came up with on the fly. I'm pretty sure that Dream was thinking that this was what he was going to do if he was knocked into the lava in this situation. Now, that being said, he did have to craft the doors once he was already in the lava, so Dream had to place the crafting table, craft the doors, place the door, and then go into the area with no lava, all before dying, which happens in just under 8 seconds with full iron, not counting any of the time that you would burn once you're out of the lava. At number 9 is the ladder clutch.
Break it, break it, break it.
What are you doing, George?
Okay. You need blocks, George? I'm getting some dirt.
No.
Okay. Just keep an eye on it as long as... Oh!
Yes!
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 Nice!
Yes!
Oh! Yes!
What?
Wait! What? Are you kidding me?
How?
The ladder clutch is simple, yet difficult. With other MLGs like the water bucket and hay bale, Dream is working from a top-down perspective. What I mean for this is that Dream simply needs to be above the block he wants to land on. With the ladder clutch, not only does Dream need to be on top of the block, but also ever so slightly to the side. Now, when it comes to terrain, there's another added level of complication. Dream had blocks that were all sorts of jagged. Even when you're simply MLG watering, it adds a level of difficulty when you have to try and determine which exact block you're going to land on. So adding that variable to the ladder clutch is what puts it at number 9. At number 8 is Dream bow boosting.
I'm right behind him.
I was able to go back up there.
Or wait, I'm behind
I'm
Sapnap.
chasing, I'm chasing.
Yeah, I'm saying him.
Oof.
I see him. He's below me, he's eating.
Oh my goodness, come on.
Wait, what?
What?
He just
Glowing?
flew across.
Now, this ranks so high because of the difficulty even when you're by yourself, not under any pressure. Let me pause to say that I watched multiple tutorials on how to bow boost, and I couldn't even get it once. I ran back and forth trying to get it, and couldn't even get one legitimate boost. Even guys like Purple Matter, who attempt Dream clutches far more often than I do, couldn't figure it out. It's odd having a play where I don't have to explain the context, but yeah, this one's just straight up difficult. At number 7 is the shear clutch.
Watch him, George.
He's out, he's out.
There's water over there. There's
Oh
water over there.
my
It's way
God!
over there. Way over there. No, 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 no.
Wait,
You
he's gone back to
can't
the
jump
base.
to it. It's
If
really
you can
far.
cut him off, he won't be able to go anywhere.
Okay, okay.
He jumped! He jumped! He jumped!
What?
This play is a mix of the hay bale clutch, the super MLG, and the ladder clutch, but with another layer of complication. On the way down from the jump, Sapnap grew a tree to block off the water. Dream was kind of ready for this, but he didn't take his shears out until the very last second. But even so, he wouldn't know exactly where the leaves were going to be until the tree was grown on the way down. But here's the hardest part. Dream had to find the area of the tree that was only one leaf thick. This is much harder to do than you think, especially when you consider that Dream wasn't falling straight down, but was coming down at an angle. And if you freeze the frame right as Dream was about to break it though, you can see just how close he was to death. Oh, you want more? Well, let's freeze the video 2 frames later. That's right, Dream was pixels away from death here as well. At number 6 is landing in one block of water at the start of the 5 Hunters rematch.
Come on, wait, he died!
Oh! Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out,
He's
watch
over the
out!
edge! Come on!
Go, 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 go!
Oh! He's dead, no way! He landed in the water!
I'll be honest, I had mixed thoughts with this one. On one hand, Dream has a lot of practice with single block water landings, but on the other hand, this play is just very hard. Dropping onto one block of water is hard on its own, but to do it when you're moving horizontally makes it even harder. Also, with Dream being roughly 100 blocks in the air, Dream was falling at over 55 blocks per second, so last second adjustments were out of the question. It's a shorter explanation for this play, but it was just tough. We are now to the top 5, and at number 5 is Dream's Pearl Clutch from the final Manhunt.
You're dead.
Just
What?
go back through now! Go back
We
through!
are.
We're
Break blocks.
Wait, oh my god.
Oh my gosh, we need a block. We need a block.
Trying to break
Here,
him.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go get one.
Try and get a
He
block.
might be in the water. We have to go quick.
I'm
How do we
hurrying.
not
We're
block?
trying,
Hurry,
we're
hurry,
trying.
How is
hurry.
it built like this?
Okay, I'm getting some.
Wait,
I don't
jump
know.
over there.
The platform reset, so we had to.
Oh my god, the Ender Dragon is
The
pulled
Ender
up.
Dragon just.
I got some,
magicked
I got
us.
some.
I fell. I fell.
Oh my god, there's a
Coming.
dragon.
Yeah,
Quick,
but
quick,
he's
quick,
still
quick,
alive. He's
quick.
still alive.
Hey, he didn't die.
I'm
He
in,
didn't
I'm in.
die.
Oh,
How is he,
fudge.
is he
Just go, go,
dead
go.
or what? What's
I don't know.
Just put the block down. Just put the block down.
I have blocks, but we can't go through that. Let's go. Do it.
Wait,
we don't have
get
time
blocks
for
from the
this.
chest or something. Get
Oh,
blocks. Get
I'm
blocks.
done.
Oh,
I'm
I'm done.
Get some blocks. Get some blocks.
I've got blood. I've got
No way! Yes! Oh my god!
No.
As with the gas clutch, it's hard to look at this play and not place it higher simply off the coolness factor, but we can't get blinded by excitement. When looking at this clutch, 3 factors came up that each add a level of difficulty in and of themselves. First off, Dream was in water that was disappearing down into the void. Immediately, Dream is faced with a time limit to his actions. This not only adds the time pressure, but since Dream wasn't initially trying to fish up the pearls, his window of opportunity was even smaller when he finally decided to go for it. Secondly is the factor of hooking the pearls. You may be thinking, why did Dream miss the pearls so many times before he actually hooked them? This is because Dream was bobbing up and down in the water. This throws off his aim, and he simply couldn't stand still. Also, since Dream was slowly falling into the void, the eye level of that which the pearls were sitting was changing every second. And thirdly is Dream actually getting the pearls to land in his inventory. Now it seems simple that they would just come right to you, but that's not necessarily the case. When you fish an item, it comes towards you with a certain velocity. It's like shooting an arrow, except for your aim is always right towards the target, never aimed up when the target is further away to let your arrow fly further. So the issue that Dream faced was having the pearls fall before even getting to him. You may think that this is unlikely, but it happened to me when I was trying to clutch for myself, and I'm way better than Dream. In total, the difficulty of this play, along with the rising stress from it being a do-or-die situation, puts this play solidly at the number 5 position. And at number 4 is Dream's Void Pearl Clutch.
Talk to us, Dream.
Come on,
Please,
Dream.
Dream.
Listen, we're just hanging out.
Let's
Wait, what? Did we get it or not? No,
What?
Pearl, he's going out. Pearl, why are you? Why are you getting
Oh my god!
This is one interesting play, and boy oh boy does context makes this so much more impressive. Let's get the easy part out of the way, as if the clutch even had much of an easy part. Dream gets knocked down into the void by Sam, and in a split second has to throw 2 pearls to get free. One to get back out of the hole, and a second to get to safe land. But here's why the play is up so high. When Dream got hit into the void, he had his inventory open. In other situations where Dream was caught off guard, he was at least semi-ready for something to happen, but in this case, he had no idea. Dream had to realize that he was hit, think of what to do, remember that he couldn't just hotkey but have to close his inventory first, then hotkey to his pearls, and finally throw them up a single block opening, all in less than 1 second. And yes, I counted frames. You want to know how much time that took? Yeah, that's how much time he did it all in. That break between the end of me asking the question and saying yeah. Now try and convince me that this play isn't number 4. At number 3 is Dream's Buzzer Beater.
I see him, get him.
No! Oh my god, it's so low. It's
Oh
so
my god, it's
low.
literally a one shot. It's one shot. Kill him, someone. I'm boosting you. I'm boosting
Don't
you.
let him kill it. Kill it. Kill him. Kill it.
Kill him.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Come
Yes!
on.
Yes! Oh my god. Yes!
What happened?
Yes!
No.
No.
Every play on this list of 25, with the exception of 3, is a do-or-die type of play. With this play, it's not just do or die, but the success gets Dream the win. As I'd mentioned before, when it comes time for Dream to kill the dragon at the end, his thought processes can be clouded with desperation. In this situation, Dream recognized the situation, had a plan, and went for it. After getting the dragon down to 1 hit, he knew that all he needed was 1 shot to win. And here's where the difficulty comes in. See, Dream didn't just turn and hit the perfect shot, but he did, because he knew what the dragon was going to do. He saw that the dragon was flying up, and he knew where it would be. I mean, think about that. We often see this play as Dream turning 180 and hitting a large target, but what if that target wasn't there? You see, although Dream wasn't tracking the dragon physically, he was mentally. If I was in Dream's spot, my thought process would be to run until I could get enough space to take a quality shot, or in the worst case scenario, I would at least go into F5 to confirm that the dragon was there, but Dream just knew. Every once in a while, I'll see people post manhunt training videos, and it's always a bunch of traps, clutches, PvP, parkour, etc. But not learning the flight patterns of the end dragon after perching. Dream knowing this specific mechanic is a huge factor on why this play is number 3, and oh yeah, he had less than 2 seconds to turn, draw his bow, and land the shot. Let me say that again, land the shot. Because if the hunters kill Dream before the arrow hit the dragon, he loses, and yeah, he only had 0.6 of a second to spare. At number 2 is Dream's Horse Clutch.
Oh my
Take it,
goodness.
take it.
I got his
Oh,
orders.
did
Shoot him.
Nice.
Shoot him.
He's
Kill
gone.
him.
He's gone. He's dead.
Oh! What?
A lot of grumpy people tried to say that it wasn't that impressive of a clutch, hopping online and doing it themselves, but the clutch itself wasn't what made it impressive. Dream coming out of the portal, being set in lava, putting himself out, being knocked out the portal, realizing he had no water while falling, running through the different possibilities and options to save himself, realizing he could land on a horse, remembering he couldn't have something in his hand while mounting a horse, and then actually landing the horse MLG, all not just in a span of 4 seconds, but having to do it all on the first try with no practice. That took me 15 seconds just to say, and he did it all in a quarter of that time. Yes, that clip is from my best manhunt video, but here's why this clutch ranks above the others. As with the Void Clutch, Dream was completely unprepared for what was going to happen. But in the Void Clutch situation, Dream had only one option, Pearl out. In this situation, Dream had to go through many different options. First off, the hunters were right there, yelling out when Dream came, so immediately he turned to face them, ready for combat. Then, he was placed in lava, so now he had to put himself out with the water. Then the hunters took his water. This especially caught Dream off guard, as you could see him looking at where his water should be, completely confused about what just happened. Then the hunters knocked Dream off, and everything, as I mentioned before, all done on the first try.
Shoot him! Kill him!
He's gone. He's dead.
Oh! What? What?
You're joking. You're joking.
How did he survive?
At number 1, the MLG boat.
Hey, Dream.
Oh, here.
Do I have any iron?
Here, George, take this. Try and make some armor.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna get extra dirt in case you need to build up and help Sap out.
Oh my gosh. Bye, Dream!
Wait, what?
What?
Oh my gosh! What?
He's on
the ground! He's on the ground!
He's literally on the ground.
Get him, guys! Get him!
It seems like I should have to explain why the number 1 play is the number 1 and not some other play, but I mean, does this one really need explaining? Definitely not, but here are some cool stats about it. It took Dream exactly half a second to open the crafting table and craft the boat, and Dream fell roughly 75 blocks in the air, meaning he reached a top speed of around 50 blocks per second. If you couldn't tell, I recently found a spreadsheet that calculates terminal velocity in Minecraft. It's no wonder I'm single. Hey baby, roses are red, you've piqued my curiosity. You should ask me a question about Minecraft terminal velocity. There are Dream's 25 greatest plays in order. As always, please leave your own list in the comments. You know, I decided I wanted to make a video that didn't take as long to make, and I am now on page 13 of my script and second guessing why I try to be so thorough. I also did something different, where I posted a video purely of the ranked manhunt plays, so go check that out if you just want to take a look through the plays without the commentary. And please consider subscribing. I put a lot of effort in making sure that everything I share with you is well thought out and never just rushed for the sake of having a video to post. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Adios.